Tonight, Yoshinobu Yamamoto can become baseball's first 2-0 pitcher of 2025, coming off a win over the Cubs in Tokyo, where Yoshi was really strong in his return to Japan through 5 innings, allowed just 1 run on 3 hits, and he struck out 4, throwing 72 pitches. And a lot of people are extremely high on Yoshi this season, being so much more comfortable now in year 2 in the big leagues. Nomar, what did you see from him in that first opening day start in Japan?
Well, what I saw is what we saw a lot last year. That was the command of that fastball and then the utilization of the split finger. Equal splits on both pitches. As we go to the K zone, we talk about when you have a devastating split finger, fastball command is key. And so when you are dotting that, you're 1-0 and you dot a fastball on the outer half. Here he is facing a right-handed hitter. Now you have to be ready for that fastball. And then what does a split finger look like? A fastball coming out of his hand with that movement. It darts out, and even that is catching the bottom of the zone. When you can catch the bottom of the zone, not only with split finger, but with your fastball, especially with that fastball, now you as a hitter, you can't lay off it. You have to respect the bottom part of the zone, and then you end up swinging at a split finger that just darts right out, and it goes way out of the zone, and you can't lay off because you have to honor and respect that bottom part of the zone. Yeah, here he is facing a lefty. It doesn't matter. He was still able to command that fastball. Sometimes you have pitchers say, okay, you either command one side of the plate or the other with the fastball. Didn't matter who was up there, righty or lefty. He commanded that. And even when you think there might be a split finger, he climbs the zone and gives you a fastball up in the zone. He looked great.
He looked outstanding. You talked about commanding that strike zone, and the hitters have to respect it. We saw first establishing that 95 to 97 mile an hour fastball at the knees. Now as a hitter, yes, I got to be able to holler at that. That's not 85. It's 97. So sometimes you'll cheat a little bit. That's why you see so much swing and miss on that split. He's also establishing the fastball up to raise their eye level. Nothing in the middle of the plate, top of the zone for a strike. He was nasty in Japan. Hopefully that continues tonight at Dodger Stadium.
Let's hope so, as the Dodgers try to move 4-0 on this young season. Meantime, Tony Gonsolin has not pitched in a game.
They just make you shake your head and smile and laugh, and they find a way to stun you in an amazing way many nights.
Yeah, I mean, you think about scoring from the 8th inning on, you don't think about the 10th, and coming from 2 runs down and winning, but this was the team that did it all last year, and they're still doing it. It's like the magic continues.
2 home runs from Mookie Betts, who 2 days ago couldn't keep any food down. It dropped 20 pounds. He told Kirsten after the game that he's really proud of this, and he should be.
Yeah, you know what? You find the depths of your soul when you're 15, 17 pounds down. You don't have that much weight to lose, and you're losing your bat speed, but you want to be out there. You lose the trip to Tokyo, you come home early, you finally get some feeling good, and you know what? The cage work, the strength and conditioning work, the just rest, it really paid off for him tonight.
Yeah, the Dodgers have started this season 4-0. They get a walk-off win tonight.
And high drama for each of the first 2 games of this series against the Detroit Tigers. The Dodgers walk off Detroit tonight. Let's head back inside and hear from the skipper, Dave Roberts, with the media.
So what were you doing when you were 8 years old and the last time the Dodgers started going off?
Is that right? 8 years old, man. Is that true, huh? 8 years old, 3rd grade in North Carolina. Man, that's hard to believe that it's been that long since we started out 4-0. Tonight was a crazy night. I thought, looking back, I thought Yamamoto threw the heck out of the baseball. Just got the pitch count up, 90 pitches through 5 innings. I didn't want to push him anymore at that point in time. But a lot of punch outs. Gave up the homer, and then the other homer off of Torres. That ball was a good 2-seamer in off the plate, so it wasn't a bad pitch. It just took a good swing. So overall, Yamamoto threw the ball really well. Some stuff with the relievers. Obviously, we got to clean some stuff up, but Kirby Yates was great. I still thought Louis Garcia threw the ball well, and Tanner's just working through some things. He'll be fine. And shoot, can't say enough about Mookie and the offense, and they just kept persevering. I think we got no hit through 5 innings, maybe something like that. But we persevered.
Considering where he was at physically just a few days ago, do you think it would be physically possible to get a 2-homer game second game of the season?
That was not on my bingo card. He just does some special things, and he's obviously a tremendous ball player, and he took some big at-bats tonight.
I think you said in the past you're not surprised by Mookie, but I mean, even with kind of considering everything, does this surprise you what he did today?
It did. It did. Just given what he's been under the last couple weeks, and still to go out there and be ready and not be 100% and still give us everything he has, coming up huge. I can't say enough about Mookie and just being able to post. And yeah, he won a ball game for us tonight.
Like you go through the ring ceremony before the game, like obviously became kind of an emotional game. Does that just kind of add to it tonight?
It did. And I thought our guys did a really nice job of sort of compartmentalizing that part of it, the festivities, and still get ready to play. And Jack pitched a heck of a ball game, and he kept us at bay. And fortunately, we got a big hit from Freddie, was huge, gave us some life. But yeah, I mean, it was just what a way to cap off the first 2 days of celebrations.
Where did you see the tag
On the leg, on the foot. And great relay by Teo. Tommy made that great throw. Austin made a great tag to stay with the play. And then Tommy, that play earlier off of, I think, maybe Baez's bat, something like that. Just a really heck of a play there. Just a very good fundamental play.
Did you see him stumbling around there?
I did. I saw it on the replay because I thought for sure it was going to be because we had Teo in the gap, and I thought Margot was going to be able to score from first.
There were a lot of reminders of the 2024 season today, but the way that your team fought back in the 10th inning, how much did that remind you of last year's game?
It's kind of a hallmark of our ball club. We play 9 innings and we play 10 innings tonight, but we just don't quit. We keep going, and as bleak as it might look at times, we keep competing and putting at bats together. And even the play that Conforto couldn't make in that top half of the inning comes back and gets behind with 2 strikes and finds a way to find some outfield grass for a double to extend the inning. So those are things that we do.
Oh, Jerry, what do you always say? It's always a scene at Club Ravine, and on a Friday night after a walk-off win, this place is electric, and they're even chanting your name. What's up with that?
They need to be chanting Mookie. That's what they need to be chanting. But they want to be on TV. They think if they chant Jerry, Jerry, like we're at the Jerry Springer show, that they get a chance to be on TV. But again, start of the game, ring ceremony, that was epic. Great pitchers duel. Jay Flair, Yamamoto. We battled back. Tigers battled back. Great baseball game. But Mookie Betts was special.
Let's go to that bottom of the 10th inning, Nomar, because this was special here. First of all, it's Michael Conforto getting started. One of the guys who didn't get a ring tonight, followed by a bunch of guys that did get rings.
Dave Roberts touched on it. Michael Conforto, he goes out there and he really tries to make a great defensive play when he lays out there in left field, and then 2 runs end up scoring, especially when you have a guy starting off at second base. But then he comes through, he puts the ball in play, knocks in a run, and then you have quality at bat after quality at bat. And we talked about it as well with Will Smith coming off the bench and going first to third, which also sets up this big play right there. Quality in at bat, little things that matter, and they are coming through once again.
You talked about Michael Conforto. That was a great at bat. He kept battling, 2-strike approach, going the other way, puts the ball in play, double. Now we got action. Will Smith, clutch base hit, then Shohei Ohtani, great base run, and then we just saw Mookie Betts, walk-off winner, great at bats all around.
Well, tonight we saw Yoshinobu Yamamoto's second start of the season, Jerry. He had a couple balls that were hit out of the ballpark off him, but he also had a career-high 10 strikeouts.
Well, the stuff was there. Now, obviously, the great movement on that fastball, the split was nasty at times. But I mentioned earlier, this Tiger team is a tough team. They got really good pitching, a really good bullpen as well, and they are tough outs. They found a way to get a couple runs off of Yamamoto, but all in all, I really was pleased with Yamamoto's movement on the fastball. Outstanding split as well.
Yeah, we always talk about if you're going to give up a home run, have solo shots be the home run, but at the same time, he still settled down. We talk about minimize the damage. He didn't let those innings get away from him, especially when I look at that 3rd inning when you have a leadoff home run. He comes back, puts up a 0, and the Dodgers offense come back to that game.
All right, let's hear from Yoshinobu Yamamoto right now. He is inside talking with the media.
Yoshinobu, first the ring ceremony, then you have a spectacular outing on the mound. Just how would you describe the performance today and how you felt out there?
今日、リングセレモニー、チャンピオンリングのセレモニーがあって、で、その後投げて、 素晴らしいピッチングでしたけど、ご自身ではどう評価されますか？
ホームラン2本、打たれたのと、そうです。もうちょっといいピッチングできたかなという感覚はありましたけど、とにかく今日の試合を勝てたっていうのは、すごく良かったと思います。
Even though I gave up on the 2 home runs, but at the end, because winning game like this was big, and then that was great.
We didn't get to see your reaction to the ring because you were warming up, but I'm imagining you've seen it now. What is your reaction, and how special is it to now receive this?
今日試合中そのセレモニーがある中でウォーミングアップしてたということで、山本さんのそのリングに対するそのリアクションというのは見えなかった、反応というのは見れなかったんですけど、ご自身で実際受け取られたことですか？
試合前のセレモニーも、すごい歓声でしたし、登板が終わって、ロッカーに戻るとリングが置いてあったので、すごく嬉しかったです。
During, because even though I was doing a warm up during the ceremony, but I felt it. I heard it like a really loud crowd, and then when I came out of the game and I came back to the locker room, they set up the box of the ring, and then that was very beautiful.
Yoshinobu, 8 of your strikeouts tonight come via that splitter, 10 strikeouts via the splitter so far this season. What's allowed that pitch to be more effective for you this year, even more than last year?
今日スプリットが良くて、10奪三振あったんですけども、今年そのスプリットがどういうふうに効果的にピッチングに使われてくるでしょうか？
コントロールの面だったり、その落ち幅だったり、そういったところに、自信を持って投げ込めているので、それがいい結果につながっているかなと思いますし、多少カウントが悪くなっても、しっかりと、腕を振って投げれているので、今年は、去年と比べるとスプリットがすごく、自信を持って投げれているかなという感じです。
So far at this point, I feel like I'm being able to throw my splitter with conviction, and then even because when I fell behind, because I can do that, and then I think it's going to be a very effective pitch for this year.
Here's what's ahead on the Dodgers calendar tomorrow night. Oral Hershiser jersey giveaway night with Roki Sasaki on the mound. A rare Sunday off day before the Atlanta Braves will be here. Tyler Glass now starts Monday, Dustin May on Tuesday, an unusual 5:38 p.m. start time Wednesday on Shohei Ohtani bobblehead night. All of those games right here on Sportsnet LA. First road trip of the season begins Friday in Philadelphia.
ドジャースタジアムが沸き返った歴史的な夜、圧巻の投球術で全米を震撼させた山本由伸が記録的大勝利の中心に躍り出た。米国時間、ロサンゼルスの誇りドジャースは、本拠地ドジャースタジアムにてデトロイト、タイガースとの激突を迎えた。この試合は単なるシーズン序盤の一戦ではない。試合開始前には2024年ワールドシリーズ王者として、ドジャース選手団全員が待望のチャンピオンリングを授与されるという特別なセレモニーが華々しく開催されたのである。満員の観客が見守る中、きらめくチャンピオンリングを手にしたドジャース選手団には、エースの大谷翔平、守護神の山本由伸という日本が誇る最強コンビも名を連ねていた。彼らは間もなく、アメリカ合衆国の首都ワシントン DC を訪れ、ドナルド・トランプ元大統領からホワイトハウスで直接祝福を受けることが予定されている。名誉あるホワイトハウス訪問が控える中でのこの試合、全世界が注目する中、山本由伸が驚異のピッチングを展開した。相手のタイガース先発は名門右腕ジャック、フラハーティであり、MLB 屈指の好投手として名高いが、この日は完全に山本由伸が主役の座を奪い取った。序盤戦こそタイガース打線に先制点を許すも、山本の瞳には静かな闘志が宿っていた。2回表、味方の失策も重なり、ドジャースは早くも3点のビハインドを背負ったが、ここから山本が真価を発揮する。特筆すべきは4回表だ。タイガースが追加点のチャンスを狙い、無視2塁という絶体絶命のピンチを迎えた場面だった。だが、この状況を山本はむしろ楽しむかのように、目の色を変えた。高速スプリット、完璧なフォークボールを織り交ぜ、まずは強力スラッガーを空振り三振に仕留めた。次の打者には鋭いスライダーを連投し、見逃し三振。スタジアムを包んでいた重苦しい空気が一気に歓声へと変わった。そして迎えた3人目の打者、 フルカウントから放った渾身のストレートが外角低めギリギリを射抜き、審判が、ストライク、と叫ぶや否や球場が大歓声で揺れた。絶体絶命の状況から、驚異的な連続三振で一気にピンチを脱出する姿は、まさに全米が熱狂する大舞台にふさわしい英雄の姿だった。これで完全に勢いを取り戻したドジャースは、5回裏の攻撃で本来の破壊力を見せつける。大谷翔平が強烈なセンター全ヒットを放ち、続くフレディ、フリーマンが弾丸ライナーの二塁打でチャンスメイク。一死に、三塁という好機で、主砲ムーキー、ベッツが左中間スタンドへ完璧な逆転スリーランホームランを叩き込んだ。4対3と試合をひっくり返したドジャースのベンチは最高潮に達し、満員のドジャースファンも狂気乱舞。この瞬間、スタジアムの興奮は頂点に達した。逆転したドジャースにさらなる追い風を送ったのが、もちろん山本由伸の力投だ。6回、7回と投球回を重ねるごとに力強さを増し、速球はさらにうなりを上げ、変化球はより鋭くなった。山本の凄さは球速や変化球の鋭さだけではない。抜群のコントロールと、マウンド上で見せる驚異的な落ち着きにあった。7回にはついに個人最多記録となる10個目の三振を奪い、満員のファンがスタンディングオベーションで彼を称えた。8回からはセットアッパー陣が引き継ぎ、守護神の大谷翔平が最終9回を締めくくり、完璧なリリーフを披露した。試合終了の瞬間、マウンド上の大谷とベンチ前の山本が笑顔で視線を交わすシーンは、まさに日本野球の誇り、世界最強コンビの証明とも言えた。山本由伸の圧倒的な10奪三振パフォーマンスに加え、大谷翔平やムーキー、ベッツのバットが躍動し、劇的な逆転勝利をつかんだドジャース。この一戦は単なる勝利ではなく、シーズンの行方を占う歴史的な名勝負として全米のスポーツメディアでも大々的に報道された。試合後の記者会見で、山本由伸は謙虚に、今日は特別な日なので、チームの勝利に貢献できて嬉しい、と述べ、大谷翔平もまた、由伸の投球には毎回感動させられる。僕も彼に負けないように頑張りたい、と語り、二人の絆の深さを印象づけた。この後、ドジャースはすぐにワシントン DC へ向かい、栄誉あるホワイトハウスでの式典に出席。米国史上最も注目されるドナルド・トランプ元大統領から直接チャンピオンリング授与の栄誉を受ける。日枚を超えた野球史の1ページを新たに刻み込んだドジャース。特に大谷翔平、そして山本由伸という二人の日本人スーパースターがチームの中心に君臨するこの特別なシーズンに、彼らがさらなる伝説を築き上げることは、もはや疑う余地がない。全世界が息を飲んで見守る中、山本由伸が切り開いた勝利への道は、この先に待つさらなる栄光の序章に過ぎないのだ。